Jenny from Origami Tree, and today we'll be learning how to make a paper Christmas tree. Now, I've made a couple of other paper Christmas trees as well. If you want to go check those out, I'll link them in the video description down below. And if you're new to my channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell right next to the subscribe button to be alerted when new videos come out. And without further ado, let's jump right in. To make the mini paper tree and also the star, you're going to need a square sheet of paper. This is 3 inches by 3 inches. Of course, if you want to make it a little bigger, you can use a larger sheet of paper, but I kind of like to have my little Christmas tree tiny, so I am using a 3 inch by 3 inch square. And then this strip of paper here, I'm going to write the dimensions on the screen somewhere so you guys can see it in both inches and in centimeters. But anyway, the first thing you want to do is to fold your sheet of paper in half. Crease that in. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that you also need a pair of scissors. I'm just using a mini one by Recollections. I love this pair of scissors. One of my favorite, and it's tiny, so that's good. Tiny is good. So after that, you want to unfold the entire thing, rotate, and then fold it in half again. Now let's unfold that, and then fold the entire thing in half diagonally to create a triangle. Crease that in, unfold, and repeat the same thing in the opposite direction. So we're just folding it in half again to create a triangle. Crease that in. And now we want to open it up slightly, and what we want to do is we want to push inwards on the right side towards the center, and you want to use the pre-existing creases that we created earlier. So as you push in like that, you're also going to flatten. So now it looks like this, sort of like the little zigzag or letter M or W, depending on how you look at it. But anyway, so now you're going to flatten that and then do the exact same thing on the left side. So again, we're just going to push in on the pre-existing crease, and as we do that, we're going to flatten with our hand. So I'm going to flatten it with my left hand here. Crease that in. So now we have this. Now we want to make sure that this part is facing down or towards us. And then you want to take one of the flaps, so there are 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to take just one of them, so I'm going to take the one on the right, fold it over a little bit just to crease that in. And then you want to stick your hand, or rather your finger, into this opening right over here. So as you do that, you're going to have a little opening, and you want to push downwards with your opposite hand. So I'm using my right thumb right now. And notice how I'm aligning this line with this line. So you want to have that aligned, crease that in, just like that. And then turn it around and do the same thing with the remaining 3 flaps. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to take this flap, fold it over, and then open it up with my finger here, my index finger. Flatten with my opposite hand and crease that in. And now we have 2 more to do, so I'm going to take this and fold it over here to get it out of the way, and do the same thing here. Now if your finger doesn't fit in here, maybe you have larger hands than I do. I have pretty small hands. You can always use a pen, not the side with the ink, but you know, the other side. So crease that in. And now we have 1 more flap to do, so I'm going to take this and put it down and then do the same thing here. So it's looking good so far. So next what you want to do is to, you're going to unfold the whole thing actually. You could always skip this step too and do something else, but I'm going to show you this way. And now you're going to notice the 4 corners over here of the square. And what you want to do is to take this side and you're going to fold it down. And when you fold it down, you want to make sure that it aligns with this crease over here. So right there, make sure everything aligns. Make sure this center line aligns with this diagonal fold. And then you want to rotate and repeat the same thing with the remaining 3 corners. So I'm just going to fold that down right over here. Crease that in. Fold it down. Make sure everything is aligned. crease that in, and do the same thing over here. So this is our last corner. There we go. Okay, awesome. So now we want to refold everything, and everything should sort of just fall into place. If the creases are made correctly, you could always do a little zigzag right here, so just like in, out, to make it a little easier. See how I'm sort of just putting it all together? So everything's gonna fall back into place, and now you have your tree shape, but it doesn't have any designs yet. So we're going to flatten it again. And when you flatten it, you want to make sure that there's 4 on each side. So 4 here, 4 over here. Turn it towards this side so you can see the triangle. And now take your pair of scissors, and hopefully your scissors can cut through all 4 layers, or rather 8 layers at once. But if it can't, then you can just do it one flap at a time. I'm just doing a little shortcut here. So what you want to do is you want to cut just sort of straight like that, as many or as little as you want, and we're just gonna make the pines here. Flip it around and do the same thing here. And you don't have to do lines that are sort of parallel to the bottom. You can do like little slanted lines, maybe at an angle if you want. I kind of just like to do it like this. And now we have all the little slits here. So we're going to put the tree aside actually now, and then focus on the star at the very top. And for the star, you're just going to take a strip of paper like this. And what you want to do is you want to take one side and tie a knot. So bring this to the back, go like that. Oops, there we go. Go like this, and then take this short end and slip it into this hole right here. So slip that in and pull it through. So now we have a pentagon. Now you want to take this little flap and then fold it over along this edge. And then take the long flap. Now for this one, you kind of just want to go along the sides of the pentagon. So you want to fold up and then just wrap it around. So kind of just go with the flow, if that makes sense. So you're going to hold the star or the pentagon with your right hand or your left hand, depending on if you're a lefty or a righty. I'm a righty. And then you want to rotate and then keep wrapping this long side over here along the edges of the pentagon. Just keep doing that. Now you can make these stars pretty quickly if you make a lot of them, but I'm just going a little slower so you guys can see. And then after that, you should have a little bit left, and you're going to slip it into the slot right over here. There should only be one slot, so you can slip that in there and you'll see it come out on the other end. So now you have that. And then you want to take your pair of scissors and trim off the excess. Now you may or may not have excess. I usually have excess so that I can trim it off. But you know, depending on how long your strip is, you may not have any excess. So anyway, now you have this pentagon shape. So then you just want to pinch the corners here. And as you pinch, your star is going to puff up, which is pretty cool. I used to make a lot of these when I was in elementary school. I would make them underneath the desk, and the teacher totally knew, but I think he just ignored it for some reason. It was very nice like that. I mean, I was still paying attention in class, but anyway. So here is the completed star. And now let's move our focus back to our beautiful blue tree here. What you want to do is you want to take the tree and then unfold the flaps. So if you remember, there were 8 of them. They're kind of sticking together. If you cut them all at once, they'll probably stick together a little bit, but you could just pry them open. And now it's actually looking pretty good the way that it is, but I like to make it a little bit messy, almost kind of random. but not really. So you're gonna take this one and maybe fold it to the left, and then take that, fold it to the right and the left. And I kind of like to zigzag it a little bit, making sure it's not too neat, just because I kind of like that messy look. So now I'm gonna fold this to the right and that to the left. So I'm kind of just alternating, but you can do whatever you want. I like it like this because it looks almost checkered, but some people may not like it like that. I do though, so there we go. And after you're done with the tree, you can decorate it with some glitter glue or some sequins or whatever it is that you need or want. I am just going to keep my tree pretty plain. I kind of want the paper to stand out, and I think the star is super cute, so I want the star to stand out as well. And just one more. And that is our completed tree. Now some of the flaps will be sticking together, so it kind of looks like a snowflake from this angle, doesn't it? I think so. Perfect! I taught you how to make a snowflake and a tree in the same video. Well, and a star, so like 3 videos in one. So there is my blue tree. Now to put the star together, I actually am going to grab some craft glue. I always forget some material. I'm going to use Tacky Glue by Aleene's. I use this one a lot. It's a small sample bottle that I got somewhere. I think I got it at Creativation, which is an arts and crafts convention that takes place in Arizona in January, but I like it because it's helpful. So I'm gonna put a little dab right at the top. You can see the glue already oozing out, but oh no, that's way too much glue. Oh no, I hate it when that happens. But you know what? I think it's okay because the star is gonna completely cover that. So I'm gonna put the star right at the very top. Now I am a fan of this blue and pink combination, so that's the color of my tree and star. Just kind of hold it down there for a little bit and let the glue settle. And once the glue is almost completely dried, you are completely done with your paper Christmas tree and also a star. Thank you so much for watching and for watching until the very end of the video. I always appreciate that. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure you hit the subscribe button. Also the notification bell right next to the subscribe button to be alerted when new videos come out. Leave your comment below letting me know what your favorite Christmas tradition is because I am very, very curious. Me and my family, we usually just go to, I have some family in New Jersey, so we go to New Jersey and we just like eat all day long. Everyone is there and then we exchange presents and it's just pretty casual. I guess that's what most people do. But anyway, let me know what you do and I will see you in my next video. Bye!